An old mirror hangs on. This idiocy has gone on far too long. It's time to wipe that decadent homosexual. It's time you knew the truth, brother.
Wow. I didn't load or fucking anything. That was first fucking go. So, I have a thought that makes it so I can roll one less and get a critical success, or one lower and get, or one higher and get a critical failure. Basically, if you roll double ones, you always fail. But with this, maybe you can't critically fail. But the other way is, normally you need 2 6s to get an automatic success. I just rolled a 6 and a 5, and because I have that other thought, it counts as a double 6. So fuck yeah, I'm ready.
Love, time, river call. It's all shit.
All of it?
All of it.
Even love?
Especially love, brother. Face it, no one's willing to make the sacrifices that are necessary. Not in this day and age. Look deep inside yourself. You know it's true. Because it hurts.
What's going on? I thought I succeeded.
Brother, you have succeeded. It takes a true Kingsman to summon the will to face reality in all its darkness. To stare straight into the abyss and do what must be done.
I will bear any burden.
Remember, Kingsmen are not born, they are made. And the only thing that can unmake us is that which drove us to rise above in the first place. We keep that thing locked in the deepest cellars of our mind. So deep, we forget what it is. We keep it buried like a horrible secret. We feed it through the cracks in the floorboards out of a sickening sense of nostalgia. Just enough to keep it alive. And yet, it still comes to us in moments of weakness, unbidden, a source of shame and panic. A day will come when you need to take a shotgun to that cellar, shoot whatever is down there in the head, and walk away, never looking back.
Why do I need to do that?
Your heart can belong to Revocol, or it can belong to darkness. As long as it's torn between them, it's broken and useless.
What happens to me then?
You will be free to love Revocol like no one has ever loved her. You will be her champion, and she will be faithful to you. If you can just make this last sacrifice, you will finally know happiness. So ask yourself, when the time comes, can you shoot the past in the head, walk away, and never look back on its rotting remains?
Whatever it takes for Revachol.
The bloated whores, schizophrenic anarchists,
Oh my
and
God.
deformed moneylenders tremble, trying to shield their eyes as he, le gendarme en diamant, walks by.
I'm tempted to put a point in it so I don't fucking die.
Enough. The Franco-Nigerian Court of Honor has held your naked soul up against the sevenfold sun miracle and looked right through it. Close your eyes and know this is who you are. You're tired, afraid, sad, hungry, and in pain. But most of all, confused. Yet, still, like a tiny icebreaker, the tiniest boat in the fleet, you plow ever forward. Now, open your eyes and witness the small wonder. The HMS Modest Kingsman has left the docks. You are neither the greatest nor the strongest icebreaker on the seas, but you are what you are.
What happened to my face?
It was time to banish that pitiful, sad look from your face and replace it with a perfect reflection of your unyielding resolve, your noble suffering. This is the face worn by the first lawbringers, the noble tyrants. Today, you join their number.
Will I ever make another face again?
Never. May this serve as a constant reminder of your sacred, unputdownable burden. That's one way of saying that the nerve damage is quite severe. The only way you'll be able to change your face now is with your fingers.
I will never forsake my vows.
Now, shout from the top of your lungs. You are the noble sufferer. In a rundown shack on the far coast, a middle-aged man pounds his fists and looses an animal cry as he stares into a sliver of clouded glass. From above the Bay of Revachol, a cold wind gathers in response. The people of the fishing village pull their coats and blankets tight about themselves. You step back from the mirror. A loose board creaks.
Wow. Well, you've seen the fascist quest line. This is what you become. Done. We have turned back the wheels of time. And we are now Fash
No
Cop.
mirror.
We know who we
On
are.
the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Wash yourself.
Scrubbing all the necrotic tissue off your hands takes a while. The fingernails are especially hard. Death has made its way into every nook and cranny. Should have used gloves. Detectives use gloves when they go rummaging around in someone's dead brain. But man persists, and finally, your bruised hands look clean and presentable. Sort of. The sudden absence of the morbid dead tissue smell is uplifting.
All right. Making good progress. Let's see here. We gotta meet the pigs tonight at 22. We have tons of time. The dice maker. I don't know. That's probably like 4 hours. Find Idiot Doomsprawl's jacket. Take the bird to Gart. Alright, we'll keep exploring over here. We didn't really talk to everyone. Got sidetracked on my fascist quest. The rear tire of the motor carriage adorns these reeds. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Another power box. It charges nothing now. It's empty. The fence blocks the path. No way on from here. I'll talk to these two after I'm done talking to the others and looking around.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Buzz hum. The electricity flows through the wires with audible power. Is this his jacket?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
Take a closer look.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of... Much as the thought of touching it causes you to cringe, this could be the jacket the idiot in the colourful tracksuit was looking for.
Yep, I want to take it. Filthy jacket. Can I wear it too, just for fun? No, it's a quest item.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
God, how did this get so disgusting?
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it. It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Okay, but what's the crust made of? Gross.
Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck.
Ew.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Whoops. A makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. Coin-operated weighing machine. Hasn't been used for a decade. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Sick. We found Mega Beano's prescription glasses. I can't wear those because they're good for intelligent characters. And bad for me. A big wine canister. It's open and empty.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
It's a dead body, isn't it?
Yes. A sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead. There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash.
I will examine the body before I examine what's around it. It's a long way down to your death from here, 20 meters at least. The coin-operated viewer has been out of order for years.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there. Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Study his clothes.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
That's him, the lady's husband, because she made him a cool jacket with bright blue lining. Search his pockets.
You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand.
Study the man himself.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine or 1.5 of spirits. When damp, these boards are really slippery. Even a sober man could lose their balance here. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all.
Study the surroundings.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby, a chewing gum wrapper, is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here.
Examine his head.
A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Step on the floorboards.
The boards screech under the weight of the T500 ceramic sabatons. It's a good thing they're so light, because it's hard to determine whether it was the dead man's weight that caused the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet.
Examine the bottle.
A .75-liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Examine the gum wrapper.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look in.
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
What should I do with this body?
First, you need to talk with the lieutenant. Then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
Okay, I suppose we have to tell Kim about that.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin.
Examine the tear.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
Examine the cigarette package.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra.
Examine the kebab wrapper.
You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief. There's some tear. There's some tear. Whoever tossed it here. 2 and no.
Moonshine, probably. Smells like tasty fermentation. Yeah, you have to have the bag in your hand or bottles don't appear. My bad. Someone must have worked hard to smash the plastic dome. A dead phone, a smashed receiver, like someone hung up too hard. Ooh, we don't want to go there yet. A kick drum pulse, the music coming from somewhere on the ice. We will save that. That's a whole can of worms that I am not ready for. There's too much else to do right now. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water is you. Right, okay. We got some stuff to do back across the way, so we'll come back. Okay, we found the husband, but we need Kim Kitsuragi to advance the quest. We need to talk to Joyce. Oh, we still gotta tell that I keep forgetting. Okay, we're gonna go tell the cleaning lady what happened a million fucking years ago. And then we'll talk to Joyce. Wait, did we go in here? Yeah, I think we did. This is like some landlord or some shit.
What now? Of course.
God, that picture. Nightmare fuel.
Give me a moment.
I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up a room for new tenants.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
No one's coming. There will be nothing but squalor until we start killing the real estate agents.
We won't be killing anyone. And you shouldn't say things like that. You're a police officer. There's been enough killing. I've seen it.
She's seen it and known those who have been killed.
Oh, sorry. I just kind of don't like landlords. The rich own while the poor rent.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I guess we have a lot to update her on. Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Fine.
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
I found my badge. Yeah, I found my badge.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Frater?
Tell me about the lynching now that you've seen my badge.
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
Fine.
I am glad to hear that. Because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is it? Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
Okay, I need to find the woman lorry driver that's missing. Alright, I talked to Everett.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
Finally, time to choose sides.
He's a bloated rainbow socialist.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth. Of course. I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a Verm myself. But if you felt like passing some information, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Tell her she'll like you for it.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
He's helping me find my gun.
Oh. That's so helpful of him. So very, very helpful. And how is that going? Do you have any leads on that gun?
Yep.
Yes. As you said. Your gun, yes. Do you want to talk about something else now?
I'm caught in a loop.
Well, that's not good. Looks fine over here. You sure it's not some sort of glandular problem?
What is happening?
No, it's not that. It's... I
Yes.
have no idea.
Mr. Everett
This
is
is bad.
helping me find my gun. Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun. Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Sweetheart, please stop repeating that now.
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Please.
It's true. Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Yes, Mr. Everard. This gossiping idea was terrible on my part. I take it back.
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
The woman scans her surroundings as though a neurologist might magically appear.
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Fear seeps into you as you say it. Your skin crawls.
Mr. Everard is helping him find his gun.
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Do you want me to take you to a hospital?
Things were going so well before. There's no other option. The process must be interrupted. You think we should turn him off and back on again?
Mr. Everett is helping me find my gun.
Lieutenant Dubois. Harry.
He's helping me find my gun.
Yeah, we need to pull the plug. There's nothing else to do. Are you not afraid it'll kill him? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Hold.
Harry, are you all right?
What happened?
I'm not sure exactly, but you seem to be caught in some sort of loop.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind the details. We've wasted enough time as it is. What matters is that you seem to have got out of it. Now, please ask me something else before it happens again. Something that, preferably, doesn't include the words Mr. or Everard.
I helped him turn the heat up on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
The cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk, helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
Mm-hmm.
Why, if I may ask? Why make them more drunk? Aren't they corked enough already?
I worship Al Ghul in many ways.
Very curious. A very curious thing to do. What else?
He asked me to open a door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
No, like a real door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door?
I helped scare someone for Mr. Clare.
My. What I'm hearing is you inspected a premises because you suspected that it was involved in the narcotics trade. And in the process, you turned up some information relevant to your investigation. Only from Everard, surprisingly.
The unions who... The union's militant wing organized the lynching.
Yes, that's the talk about town. The Hardy Boys, they're called. Find the name rather amusing, honestly.
Everett sent the Wild Pines mercenaries after the Union, and now one's dead. Everett says Wild Pines sent mercenaries after the Union, and now one's dead.
The company did not send mercenaries after the Union. I told you in great detail about the mistakes my side made. And of course, I accept them completely. I just hope you don't share Everard's view on things. After all, as he said, one's dead now. The Pines certainly hasn't killed any of theirs.
Look who's defensive suddenly.
Everett asked the Union's military wing to fully cooperate.
How benevolent. Hopefully they'll help you sort this whole business out, if they haven't already.
I have reason to believe the lynching is a cover-up.
Oh my. Very interesting. So the militant wing is protecting one of their own. It looks like you may untie this knot yet.
There's something in you that really likes the way she's looking at you just now.
That's all I gotta say.
Naturally, Detective. There are lighter topics to gossip about.
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
With longing. Clear and simple longing.
You're quite fond of that
Strange.
village, aren't you?
Why does she want to go there?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I'm not thinking super clearly, but I'll go to bed after this.
He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers, we told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
Oh no, she's sentimental, all right.
I'm over-radiated, Harry. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related illness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is, do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail.
Her bony finger is pointed like an arrow at your chest.
Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
She's pointing it quite hard in there. Feels like a knife.
He says he wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Her eyes run across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
Are you sad you can't buy this place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village, full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Let's speak of something else.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Nope. Alright. So, I'm a little bit torn on... That bird I can give Gart is worth a decent amount of money, and... I do want some money. I'm gonna go to Frit and see if I can, buy something to get some health back. Or maybe I have something in my inventory, actually. Doesn't seem like it.
You see several. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display. You see several packaged. The girl delves into the.
We gonna steal a raincoat.
You see several
Challenging,
packaged
steal it.
raincoats. The girl delves into the magazine. Hair covering her face, vision obscured. She cannot see your hand move. Down onto one knee, pretending to do up a shoelace. Take a loose package from the bottom, slip it in the old sleeve. The girl doesn't notice a thing.
I wonder if you... What's that? Point to the raincoat.
What is what? If you want to buy one,
The sloppy stacking make
Oh, okay.
a small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
The tear machines, your bottles.
0.6 real. Alright, we'll see if giving Gart the bird is worth our time.
Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Wow. Just wow. I hope you really enjoyed yourself up there. Had a cathartic experience. Because for the rest of us, that really sucked.
You don't understand my performance. Those high notes, I purposefully shredded them to convey a strained, worn-out sadness.
I get it. You were purposefully shit. So original. I'm not letting anyone up there again. Ever. Now what did you want?
I don't really want to give him this because I want the money, but I want to buy the board game from the bookstore, believe it or not. That's the last thing, but I can maybe get enough money another way. Here, Gart, I found a new bird for the whirling.
What is this thing?
It's no biggie. I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop.
What? The interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess? So, I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy. He likes it.
Cool. See what else I can check off the list. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Okay, so we can't, once Kim's back, the body's gone, we can advance that. Can't do that. Or that. Oh, Kuno lied. Return and confront him. Okay. He told me that Manana had the armor. Manana didn't have the armor. That's what he lied about.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I talked to Manana about the armor.
So?
You should thank him.
He said you're now the king of the entire Jamrock? He said to thank you. He wasn't... Huh. You're the king of the entire Jamrock?
North Jamrock. Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the Madre.
Kuna appreciates you recognizing him as the sovereign of Jamrock, though North Jamrock, that is.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello!
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Whatever, kid.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here. After this shit, You better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno does.
Okay. Maybe I can talk to Titus and get the full story. I need to look at this dialogue check.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic? No.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get that one. I think that's a clue about you. That's a truck that drove through there, which would give you a big hint, but we're too dumb.
It's you again. What is it?
Yeah, this is a fucking intelligence check. I just found a bullet in the hanged man's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Truly curious. If you hanged him, how'd it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
I'm gonna ask you again. Why is there a bullet in the head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Figure it out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
A godly rhetoric check. I don't foresee myself passing that, but I might try another time. Oh yeah, I found Idiot Doomspiral's jacket. Might as well give it back to him.
Tequila sunset.
Found your jacket.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man.
I found a little more than I bargained for.
What's that supposed to mean?
There's a dead body nearby.
What's that got to do with my jacket?
I guess it's a pretty freaky coincidence.
What do I care about some local stiff? You gonna give me the jacket or no?
Yeah.
Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
What do you expect? You left it outside for a week.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards. Either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
He hands it back to you.
Underneath the accumulated filth, the jacket itself appears to be stain resistant. Maybe it just needs a good scrubbing.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try the... Here, I can fast travel. Whirling in Rags has, the kitchen. Maybe I can wash it in the pot, but the cook's here, so I don't know if I can interact with the pot. Whoops. Okay, the alternative is maybe I can wash it off in my cabin, my shack.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, an old mirror.
I'm not sure. We'll worry about that later. Actually, one sec. Aha.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Can you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Thank you.
Tequila sunset.
Here's your jacket, bro.
My jacket?
Yep, the one you had me clean the seagull shit off.
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
What are you... Huh?
Rosemary, what the fuck is Tequila talking about?
Aye, that's the jacket you stole 2 weeks ago. From the kid who was making it with his gal on the beach.
That's disgusting. I've never done anything like that in my life. You're both delusional. Found. That's medium concept stuff.
I'm calling it. It's neurological.
I went through some dark shit to get this for you. Take the fucking jacket.
You know what? Fine. Maybe I can pawn it for some booze.
Aye, good thinking.
Goodness gracious, bro. I guess the point is he acts like that because he's mentally ill. He's like, the thing he thinks he remembers never happened, and then he forgets what does happen or something. I don't know. Oh, wow. Not a bad chunk of change. $5? That's the most we found in one spot by a lot. Alright. I'm getting tired. I'm just gonna call it here. When we come back, we'll talk to the father and son. And then we'll talk to the cryptozoologist and the fascist and maybe get our gun. Peace.